This is the best way to achieve a bouncy Italian curls, be it with any form of Italian curls. So one thing you need to know about Italian curls is that different companies produce it differently and the techniques are different. The first thing you want to do is to get a yaki texture braiding hair, which you will use as the holding hair, and then you will use your Italian curls as boho braids. So for this particular one, the hard texture Italian curls, it works best when you use it as a boho braid and not as a leave and drop. So you want to apply leave-in conditioner at the tips, because the tips is the first place where it gets rough. And once it gets rough at the tips, you will not enjoy the results. So once it looks bouncy, you can then start prepping your hair by hanging it on your rack or giving your client to separate. But the first thing you have to do as a braider is to prep it so that it has that bouncy texture. So once you have put the quantity you need on your rack, then you can go ahead with the braiding process. So when you section your hair, you want to make sure that your grip is really good, because whether it is soft Italian curls or strong Italian curls, they all have that tendency to slide when you braid it. And you don't want your client going home and then she starts seeing the braid sliding or the Italian curls sliding. It doesn't give a nice look. So this yaki texture braid, this is crystal that I'm using here, and I'm using this colored crystal to give you a good distinction of what I'm doing. So these yaki texture braids help to keep these Italian curls from sliding, because if you use only the Italian curls to braid, no matter how good your grip is going to slide eventually. So this is how I do it, and I leave my boho. So I first of all start by picking, and I put all my yaki extensions at the base and pick as knotless braids, and then I start doing and leaving the boho. And one thing with the boho is that the boho needs to be of a certain thickness, because if you make it too light, at the end your hairstyle will be looking more like an Afro boho braid and not like an Italian curl. But when you do it this way, it gives that same nice texture. So you will secure your base at the end. So it just depends on how long you want it. So I'm just following the 12-inch length here. So if you want it long, you can keep going on, but you will only do that if you're working with a plain color. This one is an ombre color, so I don't have that luxury. So after doing the boho, I curl it, I give it back its curl pattern, and this is what it ends up looking like.